Hey guys, this is Frogz Master 595, and oh wait a minute, you thought it was over? No, it's actually not. Yeah, you thought it was over, but it was a trick. It's never over. Yeah, ha 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 ha. No, it actually isn't. Not a joke. So there is still some characters, and I think you know what characters those are. It is 4 of them. It is just a little bit. I Like to Move It, Latin, and Candy Shop, which two of them are more characters, while 2 are more just the ones that happen to survive. So, in a part 2, we talked about Nilly and why she got this necklace, but we really talked about King Pig and Professor Pig. We went through that about how this is actually not Porky Faster for anyone that thought it was. This is Professor Pig, which is King Pig's dad. And obviously, this guy's going to look familiar to you if you remember the 2014 Frog shows. Who did Mo and Future So Bright fought? Which one do you think it was? I'll just say it. It was him. Now, Mo called him King Pig, but then Frog show this year, it was him. So, maybe Mo's gonna find out something he didn't. Well, we'll see. Maybe the whole time that Professor Pig was just faking to be a king. Is that true? We'll find out in Season 2. So, we have to talk about those 4 other characters. So, let's get to the 2 that aren't so character-y. Latin. Probably the one with the least amount of character, as she was just one of the ones that happened to survive. Now, you could say that she has character, if you want to say that she was the one that just happened to be really strong and meteor. She was able to use her shell as an advantage, since a turtle shell, if it hits you in the face, it's gonna hurt. Definitely, I don't know what that feel like, but I'm sure it would hurt. So that definitely hurt King Pig's minions and all. So, and then she also has bigger feet, so with her kicking them, that's also going to hurt. So, she was definitely a stronger helper for Mo and Red and Nilly, but she didn't have magic or anything like that. Now, since she didn't, this was probably what I'd say the reason that caused her to not survive. Now, we know that it was Big Pig that had gotten to Latin, and then Latin had to go. So, yeah, Latin had died there. So, really, Latin was just the character that just happened to be stronger and bonier, and she was able to get King Pig's minions down before they actually did kill her, which was Big Pig. But, yeah, that's Latin. So, then we have just a little bit. He's actually the one with the least amount of character, though, because really, just a little bit was really just one simple thing. And if you want to have 2, then you can. His first thing was that he was a little bit talkative with I Like to Move It, saying how, he could be better, and, or whatever they said. They were chatting a little bit. They didn't really have a purpose. Well, I Like to Move It did, but not just a little bit. He really was just the person that just happened to survive. And I knew that I just wanted at least 1 or 2 characters that would just happen to survive. And I chose to only have 1. Really, it was really only 1. And that was just a little bit. Now, just because he was new didn't mean that I want to have him be the main leader. Because just because he's a new Frogz that I got doesn't mean he has to be a leader. Really, I don't know if he'd say he's new, because I've actually had him for a month already. I don't know if that's crazy or whatever, but he is actually a month old already. I've actually had him for that long. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, not too crazy, but yeah, just a little bit. He was just a character that happened to survive. Now, we get into a character that definitely has more to him because of what he did and what his fighting ability was, which isn't really a fighting ability because he farts. And really, that is how he succeeded a little bit, I guess. Now, we are, of course, talking about the good old-fashioned Orange, I Like to Move It. Now, he happened to survive for a while with Mo, and Red, yeah, and all the rest, and his power in order to hurt the minions with smells, well, he had to eat puffed Cheetos to do it, and, yeah, it worked. So, he is a farting frog, isn't that real funny? Now, it was supposed to be a joke for him that was supposed to be bad. I don't know if anyone laughed on it. I'm guessing not really a lot, or really not any at all, but it was supposed to be that bad joke, but it wasn't a bad character still. He was still, helping Mo by, hurting the dog, which we'll talk about him in a second, and, well, actually, after the next character, but, yeah, I Like to Move It was just the character that made the bad joke go on, and he was just farting frogs, so, again, he didn't have too much of a purpose, but still had a little bit more than Latin and Candy. Not Candy Shop, oh, not Candy Shop. Latin and just a little bit, so yeah. Now, we get into the real character. The character that definitely had a character, and it's Candy Shop. No one expected him to be the one surviving, but he was, and it's the good old Candy Shop. Now, Candy Shop was obviously a comedy character, full comedy relief. It's what he was, the jokes he made, those bad frog jokes that he liked making. Yes, Candy Shop was definitely that frog. And, I think I did a good job with him. I think his voice fit him well. I think it fitted him well enough. He may act a little different in Season 2. Will he still have jokes? Will he be more serious about things? Well, we'll see. He did die, but Candy Shop's last words for Mo, we know what those were, and yeah. But, again, is Candy Shop dead forever? Just like all the other frogs? We'll find out in Season 2. But, Nilly, yes. Nilly definitely will be doing something for those frogs. And you will see, because, again, it's King Pig's fault, because he didn't realize, and I think you know what that thing is, so we'll see. But Candy Shop, he's definitely the very comedy character again. Even more comedy than this guy. So, yeah, I could have put more into him, but I think he was fine. So, yeah. One last thing, or doodle. It is the dog. Now, he's not much. He was just a dog that's turned evil, a dog that helped fight for King Pig and those other minions, King Pig's minions. And yeah, that's all the dog really was, but he was still a character, even though he was only present in one episode, really. He was still an evil dog that helped fight, the minions, well, not minions. To King Pig, these would be evil minions, but, Mo, the dog tried to kill Mo and Nilly and all those people, but the dog doesn't really have much to him. So, now that is really it for the Frog Show and the whole explanatory of it. The only other thing I could say is, well, there's not really much else. The questions about King Pig, and he was looking into a frog, and then that other frog cut his ear, kind of, but then, his ear's fine now, but that was his backstory as to why he is evil, because a frog did it, so now he hates all these guys because they look similar to that frog. So he thinks that they, know that frog, but really they don't. I'll just say that. And that's why King Pig is evil. And we will know more about that with him and him. We'll know more about it soon, so don't worry about that. So, that's it. The last thing I'll say is that Season 2 is starting in June. So, thanks for watching this video, and peace.